Morning YouTube, it's Beck here from Sewbecurated. I'm in the shop. It's Friday the 15th of November. It is 8:45. I am teaching today a Needlebook Workshop, so I'm super excited about that, and I thought I might show you what the setup for that looks like, and I'm going to give you a little bit of an update on what's happening out the back of the shop as well, in case you're interested. Lots of vintage textiles. So I'll show you what the shop's looking like. Is that all I had to say to you? I'm not sure. So I only wanted 8 in this class. It's my first time teaching in this space, and I always just get a little bit funny about things. You hear some water running from a pipe up the top. Once there's noise in the shop, you don't really hear that, although that is actually really loud. I'm not sure what's going on. So in the little pink boxes, they've just got needles and threads that I highly recommend for this kind of project. So some Metler thread for invisible stitching, and just like a Pearl 8 thread that is very beautiful. And up on the table, we've got some embroidery threads of different colors for what, you know, if people want to do thread painting on the exterior of their needlebook, or if they want to just use those colours in their needlebooks. And all my little needlebooks, although I just forgot to at home, but I don't have time to go back and get them, are on the table as well for inspiration, and some little freesia flowers. And then over here, so none of the textiles are in those little boxes, but we have beautiful selection of French torchon, which are old French tea towels, beautiful linens, some beautiful embroidery pieces, lots of sandwich tray cloths, which they're a really good shape for going into needlebooks often. These beautiful white works, lovely napkins and hankies here. So they are really handy to put into projects. Beautiful old vintage quilt blocks and fabrics, yo-yos, etc. that some people might like to use. And trims and laces, you know, just gorgeous laces. Look at these. And then, oh, there's more over here. And then we've got vintage quilts and some fabrics, etc. that might be lovely to use on the exterior of needlebooks. So I let people guide themselves, like I help them obviously, on how big they want their needlebook to be, and then fabrics as well that might be beautiful for a needlebook, and little vintage fabrics here that might be good for embellishment. Wool felt over there. I have to go and get some woolen blanket. I'd forgotten that. And then once they've dealt with those, there's some more textiles over here, which it kind of comes at the second stage of what we're doing. So we cater this course. So we've got tea and coffee station over here. I'm about to fill up the urn, and we've got snacks out the back. And then we have Sprout Catering, which is actually our neighbour, or 2 doors off. They are catering the lunch. So just walk back over this way. Here's the shop. Some things on the table that I need to deal with before people get here this morning. It's looking a bit shadowy just because it's still a bit dark outside, or it's like cloudy and gloomy outside. Lovely Fabric Journey came yesterday. They do some basics. So these ginghams down here are from them, and shot cottons, and they also do excellent bias binding. So here's the bias binding that we'll load onto our website. And then Lucy has mostly caught up the orders, and we do have some of that cheetah fabric still available. So we will contact some people that contacted us first, and then we will put the remainder of it online. paperwork I need to deal with before the class, my wall of curiosities, and then I'm going to take you out the back. So at the moment we have these beautiful curtains, and in the middle is still a giant mess. And it's a bit messier than it was yesterday because I was grabbing all sorts of things for the needlebook class. So over here we have lots and lots and lots, still in boxes, still kind of everywhere, vintage textiles. Some on the table as well, fabrics up the top. It is just time to deal with all of those things, and I am short of time. Anyway, so we do have some shelves, which is good. And I'm hoping that today actually a big long workbench is going to be delivered for in here. And then, you know, we've got laces and trims, etc., over here. Some other bits and pieces for the shop. And then over here, this is our kind of packing workstation. So these are my chairs that were terrible, and still dealing with the terrible provider for, you know, trying to get that refunded. I think I've just wasted a lot of money. And here is our setup of, you know, held orders and new boxes just are brought in, and this is where we pack the orders now, which seems super luxurious. These are all my patterns and templates here. And then we've got the laundry area. So this is still a little bit disorganized. This is all clean linen for me to iron. Got some soaking going on, and for people that are interested in the soaking, look, so those looked clean kind of, but definitely the water is dirty, so stuff is coming out of those. They will have a gentle hand wash, and then they will be dried with some sunlight at the front of the shop when we're closed. That's the products I use to wash fabric. I'm looking at that thinking, why? Got a washing machine. This is, we're sorting, this is some vintage things I need to actually get out into the shop. This is some things I need to pass perhaps to an op shop. This is our little eating area for if we're having lunch out the back, and then the builders have still got stuff in places. And this is textiles that I need to clean, and my handbag in the middle of that. And then this is our little kitchen area. So this is probably nicer than my kitchen at home, really, which has really had a beating from 4 children. But so we've got some snacks here for today. Have an oven. We don't have a cooktop because we're not planning on cooking, but we may need to heat things up at times. So that is, we have that, and a fridge, which seems very luxurious, like, because we had this tiny little kind of fridge. Has some quotes that Fleur left for me, which I put on the fridge to inspire Lucy, Emma and I. And then we've just got, you know, the top of the kitchen area. So I'm gonna try and share a bit about today, but here it is. I've got to go and do work now, but this is what we're looking like. I just thought I'd show you my little snack station because I like it. So fruits for people that are being a little bit on the healthier side, and then chocolates and a lovely salted caramel slice for those that just need a little bit of energy because they're getting exhausted from playing with all the beautiful textiles. I'm excited. So it's now Tuesday morning. I've been in at the shop most of the weekend. We're going away on Thursday to Japan. Got a full day at the shop today. We've got Tuesday stitches, and which have like rapidly expanded, which is great. And I don't know, just getting ready for me being away for a few weeks. We've got some stuff that will be coming out during that time. Got fabric coming from Alice Caroline, some bespoke Betsy's, and we've got some new Mum and Son fabric coming while I'm away. But I'm just going to turn you around, and this is going to be the end of the video, and show you where I'm up to with the back room, because whilst the front is looking pretty now, pretty, the back is just really a functional area and not even quite that yet. I'll show you. Okay, so I'm just coming out of the kitchen here and I now have this big table for cutting on. It's a couple of bundles that I was getting together over the weekend. And threads are there. I'm not sure why they're there, why I put them there. I have organised all the vintage textiles except for the fabric, which is up the top, into kind of what each thing is, so that when I'm looking for something I can find it quickly. This basket here is my ironing. So that has all been washed and cleaned, but I have not ironed it. And then over here, there's just, you know, a pile of building stuff still and bits and pieces to do with the building, the chairs that are still ongoing saga. They're kind of shop props that aren't in use at the sec and haven't been organised. Here is a mailing area, some washing that I did yesterday and was just drying here. Laundry is still, there's some shoes there because they don't fit me, but they're in really good nick. And I thought either one of Lucy or Emma's children might want them. I'm not sure. I don't like to throw stuff out when it's still good. But anyway, well, not throw it out, but I like to, I pass it to an op shop. I like to give it to somebody that might need it. Here is still piles of vintage textiles that need cleaning and washing and freshening up. So I have got through the doilies a bit. This is all like tablecloths, I think, or maybe some quilt pieces in there as well. And then this is other textiles like fabrics that were smelly, some quilts in there, just all the things. So, oh, and I didn't really show over here. What is over here? I'm not even sure. Bits and pieces. Yes, I know everybody is, not everybody. There are people waiting for a fabric subscription not to be sent out for a new one for 2025, and hopefully we'll get to that soon. And this is all vintage lace and trims, etc. And then I don't even know what this is. What is that? Okay, more vintage textiles. So definitely more organised, not looking pretty, as you can see. Eventually it will, hopefully. Okay, happy stitching everybody. I'll see you in Japan. Can't wait.